Hi and welcome back to another catch up with me video. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, and for that, you guys, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. But if you've been following me on my YouTube channel, then I've explained where I've been, what I've been doing, and why I just haven't really felt like doing a catch up with me video. But you know what? I decided yesterday morning when I woke up, I decided I was done with having the pity party. I was done with being in a funky mood because of where I am. And I decided that, you know what? I'm going to get back to being me. Okay? And so I just said, you know what? I didn't get this done when I wanted to, but I'm going to get it done today. So you're not seeing this. This video is being recorded on Monday, but you just probably won't see it until Tuesday or Wednesday because I still have to upload and edit it. But y'all, I am back to the extent, well, not fully back because I don't have my planner layouts to show you guys because I just really haven't gotten back into feeling like decorating them. I do miss it, but I just don't really feel like doing it. So I will get back there slowly but surely, but until then, I just won't have one. Okay, what can I say? Anyway, I just want to first of all say this past weekend was amazing. At my church, Metropolitan Baptist Church, we celebrated women all weekend long. Can I just tell y'all that? So on Friday, we showed the movie Napoli Ever After, and then there was a discussion about the movie. I did not go just because I simply just didn't feel up to going. Excuse me. Plus, I have seen the movie before anyway, so I understand that the ladies had a wonderful time. So I'm so glad to hear that. But on Saturday, we had a royal tea. It was fabulous. Can I just tell you guys that my sister, my baby sister, Trisha of Trisha Lynn and Company, she did the decorations for the room, absolutely gorgeous, for Saturday and Sunday. She did the food for our tea, and she had breakfast for us on yesterday after service. Plus, after the second service, we had cake and punch, so a great time was had by all. And one thing I can tell y'all about my sister is when she decides that she's going to decorate, oh, she goes all the way out. Now, you don't want me doing your decorating because I'm going to do just enough to get by, okay? But not my sister, bless her heart. She loves this kind of stuff, and she was in her element, and so I'm so happy for her. And so, like I said, everything was just absolutely wonderful. We even had, and I don't have it with me. Of course I don't, because I want to talk about it. But we had oh, here it is. Here it is. So this was the program for, and I know y'all can't see that. Oh, for the royalty, absolutely gorgeous, you guys. And so this is the program that we had, but we had this company come out. Let me show you the flyer first of all. Oh, if I hold it back, this is much better. So this is the postcard for the company that came out, and the company was Holland and Holland. And I'm going to make sure that not only do I put my sister's information in the description box, but I'm going to put the information for Holland and Holland. They had some amazing tea. Can I just tell you guys, I was able to sample the pomegranate pear, and it was so good. I didn't have to add any sugar to it, okay? And for me to say that, it was good. And I didn't taste the green tea, but I had the Earl Grey. It was the Earl Grey cream. I love Earl Grey tea, but honey, this Earl Grey cream is the bomb. So I was able to sample that, and so I actually bought a can of the Earl Grey cream, which is in my bag across the room, but that's okay. I bought a can. Oh my goodness, it was so delicious, okay? So I will be going on the website because they have a ton of, let me see if you all can see this, and of course you can't because I want to show it to you. But this is just a list of the teas that they have to offer. What I love about it is a black-owned company, so I would encourage you all to go out and support them. If you know me, then you know I support all companies. But whenever I have the opportunity to support a black-owned company, then I absolutely want to do that. Plus, I love tea anyway. So That was wonderful. You guys, I sat over, well, actually, just yesterday, and one day I came up with this long list. Again, let me zoom in so you can see it, you guys, of car conversation topics. And I'm so excited because I came up with a total of 77. So I don't know when I'm going to do them all, but between now and the time that I run out of this list, I will be doing these topics. They're just topics that mean something to me. It could have been something I heard somebody say. It could have been something that somebody mentioned in a YouTube video. However it works out, these are topics that I do want to talk about in my car conversation, since I'm not really doing coaching videos. Well, actually, my car conversations are a form of coaching video. Video are a form, it is a way of coaching, let me just say it that way. And so, I still get to do what I love, so I'm really, really excited about that. Talk about speaking engagements before I forget again, because y'all know I'm taking medication now for my seizures, and it's been, what, 2 weeks since I've had one. God is good, and I hope we can go a much, much longer time without having them. But I am on medication, and sometimes it kind of messes with my short-term memory. So when I think of things, honey, I need to say it right then and there, or write it down, because I will forget. But anyhow, oh, I was talking about, see, just that quick, speaking engagements. I was asked to be the keynote speaker at our, one second, you guys, my alarm is reminding me it's my bedtime. I was asked to be the keynote speaker at our Toastmasters open house on last Thursday, and it went absolutely well. We didn't have a huge attendance, but the people that we had there, it was great. And of course, I knocked it out the park with my speech. I talked about when life happens suddenly, just based on all that I'm going through right now. And so it was very well received. And I'm always gracious when anybody asks me to come and speak about anything, to be honest with you. And so that was great. Plus, I get to put it on my little resume. So again, it was great. And it gives me confidence towards, becoming a better speaker. So, speaking of, I am also going to be speaking at the Phenomenal Women Rock Mother's Day Brunch. And it's the 5th anniversary of this brunch. And it is on May the 3rd, I do believe, from 11:30 to 3. And brunch will be served at noon. It's at the Holiday Inn in College Park, Maryland. Tickets are $45. There are no at-the-door ticket purchases, so you must get your tickets in advance. So I will have Phyllis's information and everything else that you need to know in the description box. Please go there. Check that out. Not only do I want you guys to come out and attend this brunch, but I also would love for you to come out and to support me, as I will be a guest speaker at this event. And there are no refunds, so make sure if you get your ticket, you will actually come. Here are the speakers. There is a Miss Cheryl Barksdale. She is a Phenomenal Women Rock founding member. Myself, as well as Jessica J. Spot, and she is a BBW entertainer. Okay, so this should be very, very interesting. So excited about it. Cannot wait until, and I'm not rushing the time, but March 3rd gets here, because what I decided was, and I was thinking, Michelle, well, what are you going to talk about? And Phyllis said, Michelle, you can talk about anything you want to. And Lord knows I have a ton of things that I can talk about. But as of right now, I am going to share my experience. And this really is about uplifting other women. So I said, you know what? I'm going to share my experience that I'm going through right now. So I'm going to talk about when life happens suddenly. But I have gone through and I've already edited my notes, and I've added way more bullet points, and I do have a little bit more time with my speech, so I can, ad-lib a little bit more, as I would like to have done on last Thursday, but that's fine, because what I was able to do, I was excited about that. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about, when life happens suddenly. Because I'm going to tell you something, it happens all the time. Not just to me, it happens to other people, where you are going along, everything is great, and just like that, life happens. But you know what? You have to make the decision as to whether or not you are going to just lay down and, curl up into a ball and just suffer, or if you're going to stand up. And y'all, if you know me, then you know I love to lift my pecs. Look at that. I haven't been to the gym in a minute, but oh my goodness, they're still nice and strong. But I digress. Or if you're going to lift your pecs up, hold your head up high and keep on walking and doing the things that God has called you to do. Y'all don't let me start preaching, because I can. Anywho, so speaking of preaching, like I said, we had, I think I said this. If I didn't, I do apologize, but we had a guest preacher on yesterday. Her name was Shalita. I believe it is Reverend Shalita Fomby. Y'all, this woman was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, I will link in the description box the scripture references and the subjects for both of her topics, because she had two different subjects for the, oh, excuse me. I am so sorry, you guys, for the 7:30 service as well as the 10 o'clock service. But honey, they both were phenomenal. Now, let me say this. This was the one of the huge takeaways, because she said a lot of things. This sister is bad. But I love when she said, evidence doesn't get the last say. So, in other words, no matter what evidence somebody has against you, something that you said or you did, that doesn't get the last say. Your diagnosis, and I'm going to tell you something right then and there, I wanted to shout up out of my shoes. You hear me? Because that was for me. That was for me. She said your diagnosis doesn't get the last word. And then she talked about how your flaws, they don't have the last word. The only person that can get the last word is God himself. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you're coming out of. God has the last word. He has the final say. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Y'all, let me move on, because I'm going to shout myself happy yet again. But it was just so phenomenal to hear her say that. And if you watch my car conversation earlier for today, then, and I'll link that somewhere around here, because y'all need to check that out. Powerful, powerful stuff. But I digress. So anyway, so that was just phenomenal. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys is I have been working on rag wreath projects, okay? And it's where you take material and some you can do it with shelf liners, depends on what you want. I actually did a wreath for my sister for the month of March. And well, it has a St. Patrick's theme, but it's for the whole month of March. And it was dish towels that I used to make her wreath. I found them in the Dollar Tree, used 9 of them, cut them up. I had more than enough strips. And normally, well, let me show you. This is a reframe. Hope you guys can see that I use. I normally only put the material on these 2 rings. Well, I had so much material that I was able to put it. I was able to put it on all 4. So this again is the reframe that I'm using. I believe this is a 14-inch reframe. I could be wrong. It might be 12, but I do believe it is a 14. And so I'm going to, as of right now, use just these 2 center ones, because the way the material hangs, you don't see the outer ring nor the inner ring. So, like I said, it'll just depend on how much material I decide I want to use. So, this is what we are. My family is a house divided. Now, when I say that, that's not a bad thing. When I say that, when it comes to NFL teams, we are a house divided, because I believe my brother, I think he still likes the Raiders. I'm not sure. I have to double check, but I know growing up that was his team. My mom, my sister, and my dad and I, we are Redskins fans. My mom and I are Ravens fans, because if you know me, then you know I love purple. My daughter, y'all pray for her. My daughter is a Dallas fan, and that just almost makes me choke just saying that. So I decided, you know what, I want to make sure that everybody gets covered. Now, I don't have the Raiders material, because number one, I didn't see it. Plus, I have to find out if my brother is still, in fact, a Raiders fan. In which case, if he is, I'll just get some material and make him just a wreath with that on it. But for this house, it will have the 3 teams I told you about. So here is Here is the Ravens material. You guys, look at that. The Baltimore Ravens material. Now, along with this material is going to go this purple, because what I didn't want to do. So, in other words, let me say this. So, if you look at this ring, you got a section here and here. That's one section. So, let's say this is the Ravens. Then you got a section here and here. This is going to be your Redskins. And then you have a section here and here. That's going to be, let's say, the Dallas section. So you've got two sections. So as you can see, I don't need a whole lot of material, but I went a little overboard because I wasn't sure how much material I was going to need. And so I ended up getting 1.5 yards, which I don't believe I need that much. But again, I wasn't sure. So each of those two sections, I'm going to use the Ravens material as well as this purple. So the Ravens material is going to go on the end on this ring here. The plain materials that I'm going to show you is going to go on the outside, and you'll see it when I'm done. I'm gonna make sure, because I forgot to show you the other two reefs that I did for the month of March. Well, St. Patrick's Day. So we have that, and then, Lord, I almost don't want to touch this. Here is the Dallas Cowboys material right here. And so along with that will go this solid blue material. And then we will have the Washington Redskins. Love, love, love this. And this is the closest that I could get to the golden here. And so I'll have this material right here along with that. So I probably have enough material actually to make 2 of these reefs. I do believe I will, because like I said, I have 1.5 yards of each of this and the solid colors, which I don't believe is, if I had a bigger reef frame, I could use more, but because I'm using this size, I think I'm going to have enough for more than one reef, and that's fine. But let me tell y'all, honey, and my being overzealous, I spent, and I got this from Joann's Fabrics. I ended up spending a total of, let's see, that's not it. Oh, here it is. I spent a total of $65.83. Okay, the plain fabric was $10.49. The Ravens material was $14.61. Now, mind you, it was originally $19.49, and it was on sale, so I got it for $14.61 a yard. And the plain blue is $10.49, and then the Dallas Cowboys and the Redskins material was $13.49 on sale, originally $17.99 each, and the plain material was $10.49 for the gold, and the oh yeah, and the what did I say? And the purple. So, and then of course I had my mom with me, so I was able to use her military discount. So I saved a total of $24.84. Okay, because when I first saw that thing, I was like, "Good God Almighty!" I went a little overboard, but I'm so excited. So I cannot wait to start cutting up all of my material. And I promise you guys, I will let you see the wreath before I put it on my door. So that's all I have, you guys. I'm doing good with getting my water in. I just need to finish this up before I go to bed. I'm doing good with getting my water in. All in all, I'm doing great. You know, I have my moments. I have my moments. But all in all, I'm doing great. God is still good. God is still in the healing business. Let me just say that. Oh, and before I forget, one other thing I wanted to show you. So everybody kept saying, Michelle, you need to get a medical alert bracelet. Well, I didn't want the traditional, and y'all know I love to air quote, the traditional chain bracelet. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because it's not, but I just didn't want that for me. So, because as you know, this is my fitness watch. It measures my steps and my calorie burn when I work out. And you all, I don't know if you can see that. I like the material that it's made of. So guess what? I ordered my medical alert bracelet in the same type of material, only in black. And you're not going to be able to see this, but on the the front of the bracelet here, it has my name, and it says, God, I can't even see that. Oh, it has my name. It says, and under that it says seizure disorder, and under that it says mild epilepsy. So, God forbid something were to happen to me, someone could easily look at my bracelet and not only be able to tell what know what my name is in case I couldn't tell them, because when you're having a seizure you can't, but then they automatically know what's going on with me. So if you had to call 911, you can say to them, because some of the people in my church, I had a seizure at church a couple of weeks ago. Some people in my church thought I was having a stroke. So I thought, Lord have mercy. No, I'm not. So this way, if it happened again and someone was sitting near me and they didn't know, which is highly unlikely because I sit on the front row with the rest of the deacons. I'm recording, Mom. And so, sorry about that, y'all. So they would be able to look at my bracelet and tell what was going on with me. So that's all I have, you guys. I'm going to let you be because I am actually getting a little tired. And of course, as you can hear, I had to remind my mom I am recording. I try to let folks know when I'm doing that. But anyway, and I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. So I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. It just warms my heart whenever I get a notice saying that I have a new subscriber. So thank you so much for that. I want to say thank you to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I want to also say thank you, a big thank you to those of you that continue to reach out to me, to check on me, to make sure I'm doing okay, that have offered up prayers, both praying with me and for me. You know, it just warms my heart when people say, Michelle, I just want you to know, we had our whatever ministry meeting and you were in our prayers. So I am so thankful that I have so many people praying, like I said, for me and with me. And I just thank you all for your continued support. This is the second Sunday that the choir sung a song that just had me just thanking God so much that I just couldn't control the tears coming down my face. And so I may have these little, moments for a minute, but understand that it's not because I'm hurting. It's because I'm truly thankful that I serve a God that is so good, because I think about how it could have been the other way. And it really could have. And I think the thing that scares me the most is that I wouldn't even have known that I was gone, y'all. Because when you're having a seizure, you are oblivious to everything around you. So I am so thankful to God for keeping me. God has a purpose for me. And as long as He allows me to stay here, as long as He allows me or I should say gives me the strength to continue to motivate people, honey, that's what I'm going to do. Because God is so good. And on that note, I'm going to let you be, and we will talk again next week in my next Catch Up With Me video. Until then, take care.